If you just start to record or produce music and you're trying to set up your first home studio, you have a budget of, let's say, $300, well, my friend, this video is for you. For those who don't know me, I'm Ron Calderon. I'm doing music for almost my whole life. I show other people how to make it too. And finally, I'm also showing how to make a living from music without relying on Spotify, algorithms, and stuff like that. So if you are new in this channel, consider subscribe and let's get down to business. So assuming that you have a computer in which possibly you are watching this, the first key element you're gonna need to start your home studio is an audio interface. And maybe right now you're asking, what the hell is an audio interface? Well, basically it's like the sound card you have on your computer, but this sound card is designed to work specifically with recording music. For example, let's say an acoustic or electric guitar, a bass guitar, drums, vocals, a piano, and a long etc. One of the key elements of an audio interface is the crystal clear and clean sound it captures. Also, there are some kind of microphones that need an external power source in order to work, and this external power source is included in most of the audio interface models available in the market right now. Also, most of them have built-in preamps, which helps a lot to increase the input gain on an individual microphone. They are not sponsored this video, but a brand that I recommend a lot is Focusrite, because I've been using Focusrite for a long time now, and I didn't have any trouble whatsoever since then. You know what? Let's do this. I'm gonna show you 3 songs, and all of them have been recorded with the same interface, which is this one right here. Anyway, these are the songs.
So I got a mirror, and I can see your face and every flaw you have. When I think that my world is falling apart, I can always find you there. Solve the mess I have around me. Many years were left behind, another season moving slowly. Silence, another month without a call. And I get it, always forget how to leave. I'm a husky believer, and all that I'm wanting to find my way back to the wild. Hauling night after night on the stage with my back until daylight come back to my eyes. I've been fun to carry, the way I'll ever be like this.
Moving on, we need a recording software or a DAW. Both refer to the same thing. We have free, we have paid, and we have with a membership. Most of the free recording software available is actually really good, and they do the job just fine. Options that I recommend are Reaper, BandLab, and maybe GarageBand if you're a Mac user. On the other hand, on paid software, we have Cubase Elements for PC users, and we have Logic Pro for Mac users. Personally, I've been using Logic Pro for a while now, and for me, of all DAWs I've been using since I started, this is the one that gives me the less trouble, and I think this is the one I'm gonna be using for a long time. Finally, we have the ones who require a membership. For example, Pro Tools, which as far as I can tell, Pro Tools is still the standard on professional recording studios. So if you have plans to work on one of those at some point, maybe start learning with Pro Tools is a good idea. I heard they have cheaper plans for students, but it's important to make a research about it. Anyway, moving on, we need a microphone. This is a very complex topic because a lot of people recommend a condenser microphone, and a lot of people, including myself, recommend a dynamic microphone to start. Why, you may ask? Well, for start, a condenser microphone tends to be more detailed, more sensitive, so as a consequence of that, it tends to capture more brightness, more air, and if you don't have acoustic treatment, more noise. Also, as I mentioned before, they need an external power source to work, but if you already have an audio interface, you'll be just fine. Going with dynamic microphones, they don't necessarily have less quality, but they tend to capture sound in a different way. For example, vocals tend to sound way aggressive or in your face, but they also reject ambient noises, which is great in an environment without acoustic treatment. One dynamic microphone that I recommend is the Shure SM57 because in my opinion it works with literally everything. If you want to try a condenser microphone, one budget-friendly condenser microphone that I recommend is the Audio-Technica AT2020 or the Rode NT1. Again, this song was recorded with an SM57.
I got these brand new shoes ready to pick me up, ready to walk the world. I have nothing to lose. I've got some stories here about collecting dust. No need to change my mind. Won't turn the gold to rust.
And this song with the Rode NT1.
It's been a good life with ups and downs, but we stay right here. The road is foggy sometimes, but we can drive cause we learn the way with magnus intention.
Can you tell the difference between them? Moving on, headphones. If you have in front of you the option to buy a pair of studio monitors or to buy a pair of headphones, I recommend headphones because they tend to be cheaper, they tend to be practical, they don't need acoustic treatment, and they tend to be flexible if you want to work on different places, or if you are like me and you want to have a portable option, headphones definitely work better. A model that I recommend a lot is this one right here, which is the AKG K240. I've been using this pair of headphones for more than 15 years and they still work just fine. As extra things, you're gonna need cables. For example, if you have a condenser microphone or a dynamic one, you're gonna need an XLR cable. If you're gonna record an electric guitar, you're gonna need a plug cable. Also, you're gonna need a pop filter, which is gonna help you a lot when you are singing words with the letter P, B, S, or T. And finally, you're gonna need a mic stand. There are tons of variations of them, but I recommend you one like this because it has a lot of possible configurations available and it gives you multiple options every time you need them. Did I miss something? Nope, I think we're good. If you have any questions, please write them down below in the comment section. Anyway, I hope you learned something today. If you want to learn how to record, produce, or promote your music, there's a link with a contact form on the description of this video. You just have to fill that out and I reach to you as soon as possible. Thanks for being here and I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.